So you want to know what I've been up to? Okay, I can give you an update. In fact, why don't I start giving updates weekly since I'm not really putting out in-depth content right now. I can take 15, 20 minutes to tell you what I've done in the previous week. Today is January the 15th, 2024. I'm in my deep work session on Monday. This video go live on Wednesday. I will try to keep the Wednesday publishing schedule while I am working on my Let's Talk About Health series. I'm coming to you from Club Wyndham, Fairfield Glade, where I'm basically snowed in, as you may have been able to tell from the thumbnail photo. Before I tell you what's happening with me, let me give a shout out to the staff here. They have been absolutely amazing in this winter storm. Well, they've really been amazing the entire time I've been here, which I arrived on the 5th of January, so 10 days ago. Ooh, I'm almost halfway through my stay. I only got 28 days. Excuse me. Anyway, they woke me up at about 7:50 this morning, shoveling my walk out there and putting down the traction and the salt. I guess it was some kind of dissolving salt thing, and that cleared it up very well. I took a picture maybe about 11. And I went and did something. I looked back out, and it had been shoveled again. What's better, being safe and warm in the snow or having somebody else shovel the snow for you? I'm not quite sure, but I really do like it when I'm inside and I hear a lawnmower running, or I'm inside and I hear a shovel or a broom cleaning off the sidewalk. They've now shoveled it three times, and it's about 3:30 in the afternoon. They have been working nonstop. I've gotten a couple of texts, asking to leave the faucets dripping and the cabinet doors open, which I had already done last night because I lived through 2020 in Texas when I think 130 people died from a snowstorm. So I'm really just glad I don't have to relocate or as I call transition from one place to another today. I'm comfy. I've got the fire. I think the fire's still going. It's got a little switch up there. You may hear it ticking in the background. It's one of those timer things. I guess they don't want you to leave it on when you're gone, so it cuts off after an hour. But what's been happening since the 1st of January? I think I have done one check-in since then, but I didn't give a lot of details. So last Wednesday, January 10th, I'll give you my weight from each Wednesday to Wednesday. I weighed in at 220.8 pounds, and remember my peak was something like 258. So I'm maybe close to 259, so I guess I'm down about 39 pounds, 38, 39, somewhere in there. I've been pretty good at keeping 40 pounds off. When I get down to 60, I have tended to go back up. But anyway, at 220.8, that is a 7.8 pound loss since January the 1st. So in 10 days, that's 7.78 pounds a day average since January 1st. And on the 1st, I weighed in at 228.6 on the scale that I left at Dad's house. I think I did mention that in the last video. I've changed scales. As far as work and getting this channel improved goes, my deliberate practice, also known as deep work, started Monday a week ago. Monday and Tuesday I was really strong. I got one book completed and one video completed. Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday are days off. So Wednesday, I'll go into my day off in just a moment, but Thursday and Friday were different than Monday and Tuesday, but not shallow work. I learned from the book I read and listened to Monday and Tuesday that 90-minute windows were better for deep work than 2 or 4 hour windows, which I had tried on Monday and Tuesday. So on Thursday, I switched to 90-minute windows, 90 minutes of deep work, 90 minutes off, 90 minutes of deep work, 90 minutes off, or all night off, whatever, if it works out. I'm trying to get started by 9 in the morning, so that would be 9 to 10:30. You do deep work, deliberate practice. Actually, it's deep work. I've been calling them the same, but he clarified in the book that deliberate practice is like trying to get better at golf or baseball or whatever. So I guess I'm trying to deliberately practice But until I really start filming the videos, I'm not deliberately practicing getting better at YouTube. So we'll just call it deep work. And so I did like the 90-minute ones. I also learned last week that after about 4.5 hours of deep work, you are done for the day. Your brain, your cognitive ability is finished. So you need to take time off and do something you enjoy that's not work related. So there is a hot tub on the property here. I also have a membership at Planet Fitness and Workout Anytime 24/7 down in what I call in town. It's about 20 minutes from here is the town of Crossville, Tennessee. But I ordered a new phone today. Yeah, the old one had a few calamities. It's still functioning, but I ordered a new one, and I found out the address here is actually Crossville, even though there's a town limit sign about 8 miles down the road. Well, not 8. I think it's 7 to the interstate. So about 6 miles down the road, there's a entering Crossville. But anyway, if you don't know me, I'm Chip. This channel is CP59 Fit, Unconventional Healthy Living Strategies. And I am not posting health content right at the moment because I am in this month or 2 or 3 of deep work where I am coming out with a series called Let's Talk About Health. And it's going to go into a deep dive on everything that I feel relates to health. Now you could say, well, you don't look very healthy, and you could be right. I'm a whole lot healthier than I have been. And actually there's going to be a whole section on judging by appearance versus what the person actually knows. So we'll get into that later. But on the days off this week, which were Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, I actually got 2 Body by Science workouts in. I've tanned 3 times, had 2 trips to Knoxville for Sam's Club, Costco, Gold's Gym, and I also got my front end alignment done at Firestone. And they have pretty cheap gas in Knoxville, so that's always a good thing to go in for. Well, let me clarify. Knoxville is approximately an hour away to the east. Cookeville is about 40 minutes away to the west. They both have a Sam's Club. Knoxville also has a Costco. Costco has multiple gyms I can belong to, and they had $2.35 a gallon gas. So, of course, I would go in that direction, or when I went in that direction, I should say, I got gas because I think the cheapest here was $2.46. So for 11 cents a gallon, yeah, it's probably worth going in. In Knoxville last Wednesday, after getting my traditional hot dog and diet soda at Sam's Club, I checked my email because I've been expecting the results from my Lifeline screening, which I did January the 3rd in Northern Virginia before I got on the road. They said it would take a week to get the email. It took, I guess, a week and a day. So it arrived. I had my annual Corona Doppler results. And all I'm going to say today is they are impressive and will be discussed in my next video because I really need a whole video to do it justice and discuss the results, the impressive results I got. And there's a United grocery outlet here in town, Crossville. I'm sure there's some in Knoxville too. Maybe I should look there when I go next time. But so far here I found ribeye, London broil, and New York strip at good prices. I actually cooked I think 3 London broils. They're about 1.5 pounds a piece. The packages come about 3 pounds, and there's 2 what I would call steak. Some people would call them roast. I've cooked 3 of the 4 that I bought, and I've eaten all the New York strip and ribeye I bought. But because of the snow and not knowing whether the power would go out, yesterday I did a lot of food preparation. I'm probably going to get some of the 73% hamburger at some point, but I didn't want to overburden my freezer here in case the power did go out. So I'll talk about that when I get it. But the first full day here, I did the Wyndham sales presentation. Of course, I didn't buy anything. I'm not planning to spend $60,000, $80,000 on timeshare points. But anyway, because I attended, they gave me another free week at any RCI property, which is Club Wyndham plus lots of others. I'll actually be staying at something other than a Club Wyndham in Rio Doso early February, plus a $50 gift card to use on property here. And I see that one of the restaurants has prime rib on Friday and Saturday, so I'll probably do that. One of the, I'm kind of saving them because my dad might come down near the end of this month, and he likes to play golf, and it's good at the golf courses on property here too, even though a few of them are shut. I guess all of them are shut today with 6 inches of snow. And then they gave me some kind of a card I can redeem for a 2-night stay somewhere, which if I can't get a full week in Austin when I go for KetoCon on May 31st, I may at a later date call and book that for the Austin Club Wyndham for a 2-night stay. But the problem with that is if you stay less than 7 days, they want to charge you like anywhere from $50 to $80 cleaning fee so they can rent the room again. And I understand that that hotel in Austin has a $35 a day parking fee. So yeah, give me 2 free nights and then it costs me more to park and have the room cleaned. I'd rather almost drive an hour from another resort or a campground and not have to pay those outrageous parking fees and cleaning fees. What would you do if I've already bought the ticket to the conference. I've already got multiple doctors there that I'm looking forward to seeing again and or meeting for the first time. And those conferences, you always meet a lot of really neat people. There is a timeshare I could reserve right now about an hour away for 7 days. It would start the day the conference started. Like I say, it's an hour drive. And then the parking at the event center is $10 a day, which is nothing here or there. So I'd have to drive an hour, pay $10 in parking, probably pay $10 again if I go out for lunch. But on this way of eating, I'm sure I'd take lunch or we would walk somewhere. Then I'd drive an hour back to the timeshare that night. I'd have to do that 3 days, Friday, Saturday. Well, I don't even know if they have meetings on Friday, but definitely Saturday and Sunday. There might be some Friday night. Or I could get a campground cabin, I think an hour and a half the other way, where it wouldn't cost me anything. Well, I already have the annual pass. Again, pay the $10 parking. Or I can stay in downtown Austin and pay up to $200 a night in a hotel and maybe walk to the conference. I think if I walk from the hotel I was looking at, which is a Club Wyndham timeshare place that I'm hoping to be able to get into on this certificate that they gave me here, I think I could walk to the convention center in about 20 minutes, and it will be May, so it'll be hot in Texas. The other option is and I was planning to stay out west until then, the other option is to either go east or go to a friend's house in Texas, have them take me to the train station in Fort Worth, somewhere along the route. There's one in Mineola, there's one in Longview. Those are in East Texas. There's Dallas, Fort Worth, and several others. And just ride the Amtrak down to Austin, get that expensive hotel, not have to pay for parking, and just because I wouldn't have a car, just walk to the convention center and back. I'm not hurting for money, but I'm not making any money at the moment either, so I'm being cautious on how much I spend. But I'm definitely going to this conference. I already paid like $140, $150 for the 3-day ticket, and it'll be well worth it. I mean, look what happened after the last one. I met all these neat doctors, made new friends. Looking forward to that. I guess I better shut this down so I can get back to my window and see if I'm looking good or not. And that's a pretty long video, 14 minutes. And my rate may not be real good, the internet, but hopefully it's working. And I'm sure I'll be trimming off some because I have learned a little bit better how to use this system. Thank you. If you feel so inclined, please hit the button over here in this corner. Should be a little red, white, and blue circle. That'll take you to the subscribe link. Leave me a comment down below how you travel on a budget. If you would rather drive an hour and pay cheap parking, or pay for an expensive hotel, expensive parking, and then be able to walk and not pay for parking at the convention center. And there might be a bus in Austin. I don't know. Not too fond of riding the buses in the U.S., but I have. And the subways too. Now if I can just figure out how to end this. There it is, end live video. Thank you very much. I'll see you next Wednesday with a new update. Bye-bye.